So guys, today I have quite interesting car. That's 21 Audi Q8 and it's a relative to Lamborghini Urus. So it's actually not relative, it's kind of the same car. They're using the same body and some of them using the same engine, but this, it's a premium 55, not RS or SQ8. So this car has V6 engine, not V8. I'm not a huge fan of the Audi or VW, but again, you can buy the Urus, I can buy it also, but the cheapest one I can find right now, it's gonna be about 160, 170. Why would I buy used Urus if I can buy 4 Audi Q8? They all gonna be used, obviously, and the engine is gonna be vary, so you can buy the V6 335 horsepower, or you can buy the V8, and V8 engine, it's gonna be 550 horsepower, so the Urus has a little bit more. So this car is exactly about the same outside and inside, and it has same screens, it has the same transmission, and it drives kind of same, but it's Audi, not the Lamborghini. That's why the price for the new one, I believe this one MSRP was about 88,000 and the Lamborghini 250. So would you buy the Lamborghini or you buy the new Audi Q8? And second question, would you buy the used Urus and pay 170,000 just to be on the Lamborghini, or you buy the used Audi Q8 and get about the same features as the Lamborghini? So as always, this car, it's used and it has around 100,000 miles on it. But how good is this car right now? For 3 years they did 100,000 miles. The car doesn't have any oil leak, it doesn't have any problems right now. Maybe the Quattro needs oil replacement, that's what I can feel right now. All Audis after 50-60,000, they need maintenance and the oil change inside the transmission, inside the transfer case also, because it's a common problem for the differential. But other than that, the car feels great. The paint job still remaining great. Inside it's not falling apart. All the buttons still same as the new one. That's what I like. And it has a lot of space inside. Let's check it out. So the trunk area, quite enough space to put a lot of stuff, maybe even the stroller. So this car has the same platform as the Audi Q7, but the trunk area remaining less just because of that body shape. Other than that, it's a great car. There is a lot of space inside, and I do like the design of this car, especially the headlights and the tail lights. Look, the illumination on it. It's kind of modern, I would say new style car, but same time you're not paying 80,000 for it. Would you buy one? So as a new normal, this bumper doesn't have exhaust pipes. It's actually fake one, so exhaust pipes sitting right there. I don't know what's the point of doing that. Even the small one, like the Mercedes used to do, the huge exhaust pipe and small pipe, the one is sitting right behind the bumper. Why Audi not doing that? Why they doing it down and leaving the fake exhaust pipes outside of the bumper? So as a huge fan of the Subaru, to be honest with you, I am the huge fan of the old Subarus. I like those doors, so there is no frame for the glass and it's kind of cool. But looks like I'm a huge fan of the new Audis right now, because to be honest with you, those LED lights, it's just something different. So under the hood we got V6 engine, 335 horsepower, and this engine turbocharged, not supercharged as before, and looks like it's doing really good. So, and by saying this engine is doing good, like yesterday, as always, when I'm getting the car, I'm doing kind of small maintenance and see what's wrong with that, if it needs more attention, more money, to be honest with you. So we did the alignment on that, and I check under the car. There is no sign of oil leak at all, and the service been done recently by Audi dealer, so looks like it's in a great shape. Even this car has almost 100,000 miles on it. So we got inside the car, and I really like those two screens. They're really informative and kinda easy to use, I would say so. But it would be much nicer if this one gonna have a navigation also, and on the top of that it's gonna be climate control. But actually this one we cannot use it as a navigation, but we have more than enough navigation system screens right there, and the cluster can be a navigation map also. So it's a gray on black, and it's actually not bad combination at all. I don't like the black cars because they're gonna have a lot of scratches during like 2-3 years, I would say, of usage. But again, it's a used car, and the price of this car about 35,000 on the market, 35-40 I would say. So that's a half of the new one. And what do you think about condition? I mean, condition, in my opinion, it's not bad at all. Looks like the Audi doing some improvement, especially on the seats and plastics. So we got the huge panoramic roof, and it's actually cool to drive it with open. Let's go on the screens. So the navigation, since it's a modern car, it's like your iPhone. You're not gonna regret to be honest with you, to play with that. I don't think you're gonna use the map, I don't think you're gonna use the navigation, but it's kind of cool to have the map right on the cluster like the older one, Q7, so you basically kind of know where is direction and which way you're going, turn left or right, without using your phone. So this car, Premium 55, I have only heated seats, not the cooled one. And again, if you check, the Lamborghini Urus has exactly the same two screens, but a little bit different buttons in the middle. So when I'm saying about used car, about newer Audi, they are improving the quality, I'm talking about, for example, the screens, right? So any Range Rover you're gonna check right now, it's all gonna be like kind of frozen and not replying, I would say, right away. But here everything is working kind of fast and normal. So the screens, anywhere you're gonna punch it, it's working. So it's not delaying, you don't have to tap it twice or 3 times. All the buttons, that's what I like. I mean, the paint on the buttons remaining the same as a new, even the car is used. But most of the time, especially right now, the newer cars, they doing cheap quality on that, and maybe it's good when the car is new, but when you buy the used car and this paint start peeling off, so you have to replace it or do something with that or drive it like that. So it's kind of not premium quality. So one of my favorite option, especially on the SUV, the one more than 50,000, that's a 360 camera, and this car doing it good. And actually you can do the 3D, and it's gonna show you the car and all around you. That's kind of cool option. I mean, the kids gonna love it for sure. Besides that, we can see what's going on the side of the car, on the front of the car, on the back of the car. If you turn it off the 3D, you're gonna have a lot of options. What do you want to check? You want to check it what's going on the front, same way on the side or on the back. It's even, I think, following the front wheels. Yeah, see right there, that's cool. So that's like for sure you're not gonna hit the curb when you're using 360 camera. So what's going on the back of this car? We have a single climate control, not dual, and USB-C chargers. So the space, I would say it's kind of enough for 2 kids. All my 3 kids, they're gonna be sitting in this car without the problem. You can adjust it a little bit, and what you also can do, you can put the seat a little bit down if you want to. So actually you can adjust the seat a little bit if you need a little bit more space in the trunk, but you cannot do adjustment on the back part. That's kind of sad part about it. And actually one more good question, most of the automakers, they're not doing ashtrays, but German cars, they still come with that. Is it like still common, somebody smoking in the car, especially on the back seat? Are you guys smoking in the car or not? Let me know in the comments below. So guys, I'm gonna take you on a quick trip right now. We have to go to the Ford dealership to buy some important stuff, and actually that stuff has a part number, and I'm gonna show it to you. That's interesting. So what about the driving experience? Driving experience, it's SUV, you kind of sitting high, and the suspension working great, even though this is not air suspension. So even though it's not the air suspension, it's just a regular one, but it is comfortable. It is SUV, it's sport SUV, so we have cut back of that. It's kind of Q7 but not, and you can feel it when you're driving it. It's kind of sport comfortable car. The suspension and steering control working together to give you that cool feeling about expensive SUV. Believe me or not, I think 80,000 miles for the new SUV, it is kind of expensive. So lots of cool things, like for example the line keeper, I have it. The emergency braking system, I do have it. The blind spot assistance, I do have that. Nice navigation screen right in the middle of my cluster, I do have that. What about the steering itself? So the steering wheel, it is the same as the Audi Q7 and many other Audis. So while I'm driving this car, I cannot feel the huge difference between supercharged and turbocharged. You might feel it, but in my opinion it feels kind of the same. And again, what's most interesting part for me to do the video, to do the review about it, it's a used car, because honestly you're not buying new car every day. You might gonna go with used one most of the time. So what are you gonna get when you're buying the used one? What kind of problems you might gonna face? And what's the condition of the car is gonna be when you're buying the used Audi? And again, from my experience, looks like the newer Audi since 2019, A6, Q7, Q8, they're all doing really good, much better than the older one. I don't know why. They might trying to improve it, the quality, and so the car gonna remain for like 10 years, 200,000 miles without any big issues. That's the good question. We're gonna see it later on when this car is gonna pass 150, 170,000. Are they gonna be still on the market, or are they gonna be turned apart? So actually, why I'm showing you this liquid for Ford when I'm driving the Audi, because the Quattro Audi needs exactly the same liquid when you're doing oil change for your differential. So I'm sitting like that, I'm turning the steering wheel all the way to the left or to the right, and I'm trying to take off. And when I'm taking it off, I can feel it. You might gonna hear it also. It's kind of annoying small vibration, something like not right, not feeling right. So what's happening inside the transfer case differential, it's not getting unlocked 100%. So the silicone liquid, it's getting worn out kinda. By doing replacement, you might gonna get rid of that vibration or might not. Most of the time, most of the cases I done before, I'm getting rid of that noise, that small vibration, by doing simple fluid change and adding that silicone component on it. That's why I bought the same thing for the Ford, because one of the Ford needs attention, and we're gonna fix it. Same as this Audi is gonna be fixed. It's a cool car, I love it, I'm driving it. I think I love it more because I pay a lot less than the new car, and the car remaining in great shape. Let me know what you think about the Audi, especially about Q8. Is it the kind of cheapest replacement for the Lamborghini Urus in your opinion, or basically it's a poor guy version of Lamborghini?